is 2:26, so I have some materials for you to take. In this folder you will find a document in English as well as one in Chinese. So take your pick. If you'd like to use English, you can. If you'd like to use Chinese, that is okay too. For the beginning of the workshop, actually you only need the blank side just to take notes. At the end, I'll have you do something on the opposite side where the table is. Okay? So yes, you will need a pen. Does everyone have a pen or a pencil? You can also use your computer. That's okay. Okay, so let's get started. We should introduce the workshop. It is called Unlocking Knowledge Through Theory of Knowledge. 通过认识论解说知识. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, so unlocking knowledge through theory of knowledge. I hope that I can live up to the term unlocking, Mr. Ari. Okay, so thank you for joining very much. I hope that this will be helpful for you. I think this is a great day. This is the first time we've done something like this since I've been at this school, having a full day of sharing. And this is the first time I've got to do this for TOK, so I think it's great, and I really appreciate you joining the TOK workshop. So, let's get started. Just to introduce myself really quick, my name is Austin Parker. I've been teaching TOK here at the NDS since 2019, so it's my 5th year doing it, and it's a class I really enjoy. And a lot of people don't know much about TOK, so I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So, we have some objectives, or movie out. First, most importantly, we need to understand what TOK is. Some people here might have a good idea about what TOK is. Some people might have no idea, and that's totally fine. I think even if you don't know what TOK is, you will still be familiar with some of the concepts and ideas that we talk about today. But we will understand what TOK is first and foremost. Then, I want you to understand how concepts from TOK can deepen and enhance your students' critical thinking. Because a lot of students come up to me, parents, students, other teachers, they say, what is TOK and why do we have to take this class? It seems like an extra class. I don't understand why. So I like to tell people that actually the most practical skill that I think students get from this class is this, critical thinking. This class really asks students to think deeply, question things, and critically think. And I think this really helps them prepare for college. I've had students that have left our school, they go to college in a foreign country, they come back, and they say, Mr. Parker, TOK was actually the most useful class I had. Because I learned how to write things in English like I'll need to write when I go to college. So it was really helpful. Maybe they're just being nice, but it does, I think, prepare them for college in ways that other classes, like when I went to high school, didn't. I didn't have a class like this in high school. So I think the students have a great opportunity here. Then I want you to come away or leave this workshop with some approaches in TOK that you can apply to your own subject. And that's the thing, this is for you. What can you take from TOK and apply it in your own class? Because there are a lot of things that we can connect TOK to. All right? And then, of course, we're going to have fun and learn, hopefully. Any questions about the objectives? Okay. So, let's start with this. First of all, TOK 是什么? What is TOK? Theory of knowledge. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's an acronym. TOK stands for Theory of Knowledge. But what does theory of knowledge mean? What do we mean when we you say theory of knowledge?
So it's like metacognition in psychology. There's knowledge about knowledge.
That's great. Yeah, metacognition, thinking about thinking, thinking about what knowledge means. I mean, we use this word so loosely, but when we think about it carefully, what do we mean when we say knowledge? To know something. What does that mean? There's a branch of philosophy called epistemology. If you go to college, you might take a class in epistemology. The definition of epistemology is the theory of knowledge, the study of the concept of what knowledge is. Okay? So that's kind of what we do in TOK, but it's not a philosophy class. It's a class in the IB program where we apply some of those methods and approaches from epistemology. Students apply them, and they use them to reflect on their classes that they take, the other classes that they take. Okay? So we're using this to inquire into the nature of what knowledge is. So I have some other ways to describe this. So yeah, I think it's a really fun class that asks students to inquire, like I said, ask questions into the nature of the knowledge they have and what they learn in the subjects that they've learned. And this part is a big thing. TOK asks students to reflect on how they know what they know, as opposed to what they know. In most classes, students learn content. In TOK, we're not learning any new content. We're reflecting on how we learned the content from our other classes, parts of their lives. So how they know what they know, as opposed to what they know. How is the big word in TOK. So again, I think TOK is a class where these three skills are especially built. Critical thinking, reflection, and communication. So in TOK, the assessments are all written assessments. They have to write an essay, and they have to do the TOK exhibition. So expression and communication of the critical thinking and reflection that they do is really important. So in that way, it gives students a really good opportunity to get better at writing. Because all of our students here are non-native English speakers, so that makes this class really challenging for them. Because they have to talk about these deep ideas and express them in essays in English. So it's really hard, but it really gives them that opportunity to develop their writing ability. So that's another really practical skill that students learn from TOK. Any questions? Okay, hopefully it's more clear now what TOK is for you. Just to let you understand a little bit more about what TOK is, we use these concepts to help students make sense of TOK. And these are called the TOK concepts. And I'm sure these are words that you all know. We have evidence, certainty, truth, interpretation, power, justification, explanation, objectivity, perspective, culture, values, responsibility. So these are all big general terms, but we ask students to connect these terms to the subjects that they study, to the areas of knowledge. And it allows them to focus their ideas. Because a lot of times students take TOK and they're not sure where to start. Because they get these big philosophical questions, and when they write down their ideas, they kind of lose focus. So I like to tell them, well, in your answer, when you're writing or answering a question, try to focus on a couple of these concepts, and that will help focus your answer. Okay, I have something for you to think about now. I want you to think about your own subject that you teach, and I want you to think about which of these concepts are most applicable to your subject or your class, and why. Some people might say, well, all of these are related to my subject, but it's probably true that some are more related than others. So think about which ones, maybe 2 or 3, that are the most related to your subject, and why, and then discuss with someone next to you. Just share what your subject is and what the most important concept is for your subject. Okay? So go.